You've given us the map, your articles, research notes, and our mission really is to navigate that landscape with you, extracting the most important nuggets of knowledge and insight.
That's right. Think of us as your guides, basically cutting through the information to give you that essential shortcut to being well informed. Armed with surprising facts and practical takeaways you can actually use.
And today, wow, we've got a really fascinating collection of sources from you. They span topics from the simple power of nature
Hmm?
to the complex science of confidence, tactical advanced listening skills, and the foundational art of understanding others.
It's a fantastic mix. Really touches on these interconnected areas of personal growth and, how we relate to the world and each other.
Absolutely. We're going to unpack each of these areas, drawing directly from the materials you provided. Our goal isn't just to summarize, it's more to help you see what's most important here, dig into the why behind it, and, well, make it actionable.
Yeah, exactly. Get ready to maybe shift your perspective a little bit.
Yeah. So let's jump in. We're kicking things off with something that might seem, I don't know, surprisingly simple at first. Exploring time in nature. Your sources include this guide originally aimed at English learners.
Right.
And while we're not here for a language lesson, its simple approach actually helps us strip away the complexity, doesn't it? It helps us see the fundamental, undeniable reasons why getting outside is genuinely beneficial.
It cuts right to the core. Yeah.
Hmm.
This guide, in its effort to provide language tools, it kind of inadvertently lays bare these profound yet simple truths about nature's impact.
Mm-hmm.
So we can use it as a powerful springboard to really deep dive into the core advantages of outdoor activities.
And maybe you, listening right now, already feel that pull of the outdoors. Or maybe you need that extra nudge, to step outside.
Or perhaps you want to articulate why being out there feels so good.
Right. Or you're just curious about what's really going on, maybe scientifically, when you breathe in that fresh air.
Exactly. Why does that walk in the park feel so different from sitting indoors? Let's explore what your source material reveals about this. It starts by categorizing various outdoor activities: hiking, camping, jogging.
Cycling, gardening, swimming, picnicking, the list goes on.
Yeah, and even just hearing that list, you can almost feel the different ways these activities engage you, can't you?
Totally. Hiking feels like movement and exploration. Camping brings that sense of unplugging, doesn't it?
Right. And gardening is so hands-on, so grounding.
Yeah.
That's the key, isn't it? Each one taps into unique aspects of our well-being. It's not just this generic, oh, nature is good. It's about how you engage with it.
Mm-hmm.
The source highlights how these activities connect to benefits across different areas of life, like physical health, for starters.
Yeah, boosting stamina, building muscle, helping maintain a healthy weight. A long hike isn't just a walk, it's cardiovascular training, it's calorie burning.
Exactly. Cycling isn't just getting from A to B, it's improving leg strength and heart health.
Right, so for you, thinking about health and fitness, the outdoors offers genuinely fun and effective alternatives to, say, a traditional gym setting.
Absolutely. Exploring trails, a swim in a lake, cycling through new areas, it often feels less like work and more like enjoyment.
Right.
But it's still providing significant physical benefits.
And then there's the mental health side, which this source touches on really beautifully through the language it uses to describe feelings. Relaxed, refreshed.
Tranquil, happy, yeah. Phrases like, helps me declutter my mind, alleviates my anxiety, fosters a sense of tranquility.
That sense of tranquility is potent, isn't it?
It really is. Walking in the woods, studies show, can lead to a significant reduction in stress levels.
Wow.
And gardening provides focus and that calming sense of accomplishment. There's a real mental clarity that seems, well, unique to being in nature.
It's not just leisure activity then, it's like a powerful tool for mental well-being.
Definitely. And there's science supporting this, right?
Yeah.
Your material mentions how being in nature can actually lower cortisol levels.
Yeah. Oh, the stress hormone. Yeah, I've heard about that connection. That's really fascinating.
It is. It moves it from just feeling good to actually being measurably good for you, physiologically.
Okay. What else? The source mentions social benefits too.
Yeah, it does. It talks about how being outside can be a fantastic way to connect,
Yeah.
helping you meet people through outdoor clubs or deepening bonds with friends you already have.
That makes sense. Camping trips with friends, they create those lasting memories, don't they?
For sure. Or playing team sports outdoors helps build camaraderie with people who share your interests. Nature just provides this natural setting for shared experiences and connections.
Right. And finally, environmental benefits.
Yes, that's in there too. The simple act of spending time in nature often fosters a greater appreciation for the natural world.
And choosing active transport like cycling, that directly reduces your environmental impact.
Exactly. Or hiking through diverse ecosystems makes the need for conservation feel, well, personal and immediate. Seeing firsthand the beauty and complexity really highlights why protecting these natural habitats is so important.
It makes it real.
It does. This is a crucial link, actually. Being in nature cultivates respect for it, and that often translates into more sustainable behaviors in other areas of life. It's like a positive feedback loop.
How so?
Well, you benefit from nature, you feel good there, and that motivates you to protect it.
I love that idea that our own well-being is tied to the well-being of the planet, and engaging with nature strengthens that link.
Precisely.
Now, okay, while we're not focused on language learning per se, the guide uses these simple language points that actually reveal something deeper, I think, about how we process and appreciate these experiences.
Yeah, it highlights the power of having the right words, doesn't it, to
Um,
describe what you feel and experience. Think about phrases like fresh air or majestic mountains.
Yeah.
These aren't just labels. They evoke sensations, scale.
Totally. And using simple sentence structures, as the guide illustrates, moving from like, I enjoy swimming to swimming is good exercise, and then I swim because it's refreshing. It shows how we connect an action to its benefit and then to the personal reason why we do it.
Yes, that progression allows you to articulate the why it matters to me. It's not just stating a fact, it's explaining the personal value.
Like the example, gardening helps me feel grounded. That uses a more evocative word, grounded, and links the activity directly to that feeling of stability.
Exactly. And the guide briefly mentions adding personality with idioms like blow off steam or recharge your batteries.
Yeah, those are great.
They aren't just casual phrases, are they? They pack a lot of meaning about stress relief and energy renewal into just a few words. They're like shorthand for complex feelings often associated with being outdoors.
Blowing off steam, you instantly get that sense of releasing pent-up energy through something active, often outside.
Right. And recharging your batteries perfectly captures that restorative feeling of a break in nature. These phrases resonate because they describe widely felt experiences.
The guide also touches on practical conversation skills, asking questions, sharing opinions, active listening. While presented for language learners, these are fundamental skills for anyone, right? Anyone wanting to connect with others about shared interests, like a love for the outdoors.
Absolutely. Asking, what are some of your favorite places to hike, isn't just a language exercise. It's an invitation to connect, to share experiences, maybe even find someone to hike with. The simple act of talking about nature can build social bonds.
And the idea of adapting language to different situations, from casual hitting the trails to maybe a formal presentation about the benefits of outdoor recreation, it shows how we tailor our expression based on audience. That's key for effective communication about any topic, really.
Definitely. It reinforces that you need to choose the right tools for the job, whether you're describing a serene walk in the woods to a friend or, presenting data on the public health benefits of green spaces.
So, starting with this seemingly simple guide, we've actually uncovered several layers of insight. The diverse and significant benefits of engaging with nature, body, mind, social connection.
And the subtle ways language helps us define and appreciate these experiences.
Yeah, and how talking about these activities can strengthen connections with others. It's far more than just learning words. It's about understanding and communicating a fundamental human need and connection.
It really highlights how powerful these basic connections to the natural world are, and how having the means to talk about them, even simply, enriches the experience and allows us to share it.
Okay, that gives us a solid foundation in understanding the benefits of the external world nature on our well-being and connection. Now, let's turn inward, shall we? Let's explore the fascinating science of confidence. You've shared material digging deep into this, and our mission here is to go beyond platitudes like just believe in yourself
Right.
and look at the actual psychological and neurological mechanisms at play.
This is where we get into the nuts and bolts of self-belief. The material you provided defines true confidence, not as, arrogance or being cocky,
Right?
but as a realistic trust in your abilities, your resilience when things inevitably go wrong, and your inherent worth as a person.
That's a crucial distinction. It's not about being puffed up or thinking you're better than others. It's more like a quiet, steady belief in yourself.
And the source makes an important point about the difference between overall self-confidence, that general I believe in myself feeling, and self-efficacy.
Which is,
Self-efficacy is confidence in your ability to succeed at a specific task. So you can be confident in one area, like your gardening skills maybe, but lack confidence in another, like public speaking.
That resonates. It means confidence is an all-or-nothing trait then.
Exactly. And the material emphasizes that confidence is dynamic. You're not just born with a certain amount of it. It's influenced by your experiences.
So it can change.
Definitely. It's not a fixed personality setting. Your past successes, the support you receive from others, even your emotional state in the moment, these all play a role. And that's the exciting part. If it's dynamic, you can influence and build it. The material links this dynamic nature to things like emotional stability, extroversion, and experience. Experience is really key here.
Okay, so let's dig into how experience and other factors actually build confidence. Your source material brings up Albert Bandura
A major figure in psychology, yeah.
and his work on self-efficacy. He identified 4 key sources that fuel this specific belief in your ability to succeed at a task.
These are incredibly practical lenses through which to view confidence building. First up, mastery experiences.
Okay, what's that?
This is basically about achieving things yourself, even small wins. When you succeed at something, your brain kind of lays down a marker. Hey, you did that. You can do this.
So it's like collecting evidence for your own competence.
Precisely. Every time you successfully complete a task, no matter how small, it adds to your mental tally of, I got this. It's not just about huge accomplishments, but the accumulation of small wins that build that internal proof.
Makes sense. What's the second source?
Vicarious learning. This is about watching others succeed, especially people you see as similar to yourself.
So seeing someone else do it makes you think, maybe I could do that too.
Exactly. It sends the message. If they can do it, maybe I can too. This highlights the power of role models, right?
Yeah.
Seeing someone relatable accomplish something makes it feel possible, less abstract. It brings it into the realm of doable.
Got it. Third.
Social persuasion. This is the power of encouragement from others. When someone you respect expresses genuine belief in you, I know you could do this, you've got this,
Yeah.
it can provide a significant boost,
Right.
especially when you're feeling doubtful.
Absolutely. Though your material correctly points out, this has to be genuine and specific to really land, doesn't it?
Oh, totally. Empty praise doesn't build real confidence. Sincere recognition of effort and skill does. That's much more powerful.
Right. And the fourth source?
Emotional and physiological states. Basically, how you feel in your body and emotionally directly impacts your confidence in that moment.
How so?
Well, feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or exhausted makes it really hard to feel capable, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Whereas feeling calm or energized makes you think, yeah, I can handle this. Your physical state sends signals to your brain about your capacity. It just underscores how deeply connected our mind and body are.
Okay, that's the psychology side. Let's move from that to the actual hardware. The neuroscience of confidence. This is where it gets really granular and, frankly, fascinating. Your sources talk about specific brain areas involved?
Yeah, like the prefrontal cortex, often called the brain's CEO, right? Behind your forehead. It's involved in decision-making planning.
And how does that relate to confidence?
Well, a study mentioned in your material showed this area is constantly taking in information, your past experiences, the current situation, and making these real-time predictions about whether you'll succeed.
Seriously.
Yeah, that feeling of confidence. It's partly your prefrontal cortex giving you a kind of internal thumbs up based on the data it's processing.
That is so cool. Your brain is literally doing a quick calculation and saying, go for it, or maybe hang back.
Kind of, yeah. And then there's dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, that happy juice.
Right.
It's released when you succeed,
Right.
but also crucially in anticipation of success. That good feeling reinforces the behaviors that led to success, making you more likely to repeat them.
So it creates a positive feedback loop.
Exactly. Success triggers dopamine, and that dopamine helps build more confidence. Your sources even mention a study suggesting higher baseline dopamine levels might be linked to higher confidence, hinting at a potential biological predisposition, maybe.
Interesting. So setting and hitting small goals is literally training your brain's reward system in a way that supports confidence.
You got it. On the flip side, though, there's the amygdala, the fear center. An overactive amygdala can really undermine confidence. It's highly sensitive to uncertainty and the possibility of failure.
That's the part that triggers the stress response, right?
Yeah.
The racing heart, the sweaty palms, that fight or flight thing that can totally erode confidence in a challenging moment.
Precisely. But the amazing part is neuroplasticity.
The brain can change.
Exactly. Your brain can change and rewire itself. Even a sensitive amygdala can become less reactive through practice and new experiences. It's like strength training for your brain. The more you practice skills or face challenges in manageable ways, the stronger the positive neural pathways become, and the less the fear center dominates.
It truly is a muscle you can train. Wow. And the material adds another layer with hormones, like testosterone.
Yeah, linked to assertiveness. And this is wild. Acting confident, like adopting those expansive postures, can actually increase testosterone levels.
Get out!
Yeah. It's a feedback loop where behavior influences biology. Your sources mention a study finding a balanced ratio of testosterone to cortisol. The stress hormone is linked to higher confidence.
So it's this intricate biological dance involving different parts of the brain, neurotransmitters like dopamine, hormones like testosterone and cortisol. Confidence is a real physiological phenomenon.
Absolutely. It's not just in your head in a vague sense. It's physically represented in your brain and body chemistry.
Okay, understanding the science is great, but your material also explores why, despite these mechanisms, so many people still struggle with confidence, that confidence gap.
Right. Several factors contribute. Childhood experiences, for one. The kind of feedback we received growing up has a massive impact.
How so?
Your source highlights the importance of praising effort and the process like, you worked really hard on that, rather than just innate talent, you're so smart.
Why is that distinction so important?
Because praising effort teaches that abilities can grow through dedication. That's the foundation of a growth mindset, which Carol Dweck talks about. If you're only praised for talent, then making a mistake can feel like proof you're not talented, which leads to fear of failure and deep self-doubt.
Ah, I see. And criticism or lack of reinforcement would obviously hurt too.
Absolutely. It can linger for years.
Yeah.
Then there are societal factors, gender, culture.
Right. The material mentioned an article discussing how women might underestimate their abilities due to societal expectations and biases.
Exactly. And some cultures value humility to the point where standing out or expressing confidence can be actively discouraged. So it's not just an internal battle. The world around us significantly shapes our self-perception and confidence levels.
What else contributes to this gap?
Perfectionism is a big one, that drive to be flawless.
How does that lower confidence?
It backfires because the fear of making even a tiny mistake can lead to paralysis. You avoid trying new things so you never get those mastery experiences or dopamine boosts we talked about.
And you're constantly feeling like you're falling short.
Precisely. A study linked perfectionism directly to lower self-confidence. When your standards are impossibly high, you're basically setting yourself up to feel like a failure.
And then there's the classic imposter syndrome.
Oh yeah, feeling like a fraud despite having clear evidence of your competence. It's surprisingly common, even among highly successful people. It just shows the immense power of those inner narratives where you literally can't internalize your own success.
It's a powerful testament to how our internal stories can override external reality. So we've looked at the science and the struggles. Now let's get practical. Your material outlines a confidence-building toolkit, actionable strategies rooted in this science.
Yes, this is the really useful part. First, and it connects right back to mastery experiences. Start small and stack wins.
Okay, tell me more.
Set achievable, even tiny goals. Completing them gives you those crucial success moments, triggers dopamine, and starts rewiring your brain to expect positive outcomes. It builds momentum.
A study mentioned supports this, right? Gradual progress is more effective.
Exactly. Trying to do everything at once is often overwhelming. Consistency in small wins is key. Think about setting just 3 tiny, easy tasks for today. Completing them shifts your mindset from I can't to I did. It's one tiny step, but it's concrete and it starts the snowball.
Okay, good one. Next.
Reframe failure. Change how you think about setbacks. See them not as proof of inadequacy, but as learning opportunities. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this?
That takes conscious effort, though.
It does. But a study in your material found that reframing reduces self-criticism and increases resilience. Instead of dwelling on the failure, actively identify one lesson learned and one step you can take forward because of it. It keeps you moving and learning rather than getting stuck.
Okay, harness the body next. This links back to the physical state thing.
Yes, harness your body. The material references work, like Amy Tuddy's, on adopting expansive postures, standing tall, hands on hips, that kind of thing. Power posing.
Does that really work?
Well, the idea is these postures can influence your physiology, maybe affecting hormone levels. While the direct hormone link is debated, a recent meta-analysis did find that simply adopting an upright posture increased self-reported confidence.
Interesting. So embodying confidence can actually help you feel it.
Seems like it. The advice is to try standing tall for maybe 2 minutes before a challenge. A little physical confidence boost can't hurt.
Right. What's number 4?
Visualize success. Mental rehearsal. Picture yourself successfully navigating a challenging situation.
How does that help?
It activates similar neural pathways in the brain as actually doing it. A study on mental practice confirmed it increases self-efficacy. It's like giving your brain a workout beforehand.
So how do you do it effectively?
Take 5 minutes, close your eyes, and visualize success in detail, what you'll see, hear, feel. Importantly, visualize the process too, the steps you'll take, not just the triumphant outcome. Make it a mental movie.
Got it. 5th strategy.
Curate your circle. Surround yourself with supportive people who genuinely believe in you, who lift you up.
Social support is huge.
Absolutely. Positive feedback from peers is a powerful confidence booster. A study confirmed this, and other research shows happiness and motivation can spread socially like they're contagious.
So choose your friends wisely.
Pretty much. Take stock of your social circle, who genuinely encourages you versus who is critical or drags you down. Prioritize time with the good ones. And find your tribe people with similar goals, maybe through clubs, workshops, online forums. That camaraderie and shared experience makes you feel less isolated.
Makes sense. Okay, number 6. Sounds important. Tame the inner critic.
Ah, yes, that voice in your head whispering, "You're not good enough," is arguably one of the biggest barriers to confidence for many people.
And it gets louder when you're feeling down, right?
Definitely. Quieting it starts with awareness. Notice those negative thoughts without judgment. Just observe them, like clouds passing by. Don't try to suppress them necessarily. That can backfire.
Okay, notice them. Then what?
Then consciously challenge them. If the thought is you're going to fail, counter it with something like, "I will learn from any mistakes," or "I can improve with practice," or simply, "I've got this."
And the material mentions using third-person self-talk, like talking to yourself as you.
Yeah, saying, "You've got this," your name, instead of "I've got this." Research suggests this creates psychological distance, reducing stress and boosting resolve. It's like getting advice from an objective, supportive coach.
Interesting trick. 7th.
Act as if. Behave confidently, even if you don't quite feel it internally at first.
Fake it till you make it.
Kind of, but there's science behind it. Acting confidently can actually change your self-perception. A study found that acting assertively, like speaking clearly and directly, increased people's own perception of their competence. You can, in a sense, trick your brain into feeling more confident by projecting it.
So focus on projecting confidence in your next meeting or conversation, even if you feel nervous inside.
Exactly. And finally, 8th, train your brain with mindfulness and meditation.
How does that help confidence?
These practices help regulate your emotions and calm the amygdala, that fear center we talked about. A recent study linked mindfulness practices directly to increased confidence.
By creating a sense of calm.
Yes, and by helping you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings without being overwhelmed or swept away by them. Trying even a 10-minute guided meditation daily is a small investment with potentially big returns for your confidence levels.
Your sources also briefly touched on how confidence shows up in the real world, right? In work, relationships, health.
Yeah, it influences how you approach challenges and opportunities in pretty much every part of your life. It's foundational.
Wow. Okay, this confidence-building toolkit provides a really practical, science-based roadmap. It's definitely not just motivational fluff.
No, it's rooted in how your brain and body actually work. From stacking small wins and reframing failure to harnessing your body and training your brain, these are actionable steps you can start taking right now to build that confidence muscle.
Okay, so we've explored the external impacts of nature on well-being and the internal science of confidence. Let's shift gears again and look at a critical skill for engaging with the world. Listening. Specifically, advanced listening skills. You've shared a comprehensive guide on this, and for many of us, there's that frustrating feeling, right? When you hear the word someone is saying, maybe in English, but the meaning just doesn't quite click.
Oh yeah, the feeling like you're trying to catch water in your hands. You grasp bits and pieces, but the substance slips away. This guide is really for anyone serious about moving beyond just hearing to truly understanding.
Yeah.
Taking their listening to the next level.
Whether you're maybe prepping for standardized tests, aiming for professional fluency, or just want to feel more immersed and connected when you're consuming English content or speaking with native speakers, this deep dive into the guide's secrets is for you.
Our goal here is to unpack these secrets, extract the practical strategies, and give you actionable steps to really sharpen your listening skills, helping you get to that advanced level where you not only understand the words, but the nuances, the intent, the full message.
And the guide rightly points out that advanced listening isn't just about having a massive vocabulary. There are specific complexities that